Okay, welcome back to Treasures of the Savage Frontier, which is our 6th gold box game. Been a lot of them. I might say, I don't know, it's a little hard to say, but I might say this is my least favorite so far. I mean, this is certainly probably, this might be like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, but this might be the least played of the series, or the least discussed of the series. SSI sold 32,000 copies of this game. Okay. Whereas the first Gateway to the Savage Frontier, they sold 62,000. So that means, half of the players of the first one bought the second one. Pools of Darkness sold 52,000. Okay. So then the only other one that might compare is like the third Kryn game. Maybe that didn't sell as much. 40,000. So I think Treasure was the least purchased of all the gold box, except, unless you count, I suppose, Unlimited Adventures. Yeah, they sold 32,000 copies of that. So they sold as much of like their dev kit game, the construction kit, as they did of Treasures of the Savage Frontier. I don't know. I don't know if it's the lowest rated at the time or anything either. But yeah, clearly, not a whole lot of love. And if you look up discussions about the Gold Box series nowadays, it's usually not mentioned too much. So what's wrong with it? Well, for my part, I would say I don't like how many enemy spellcasters there are. That's my big issue with the game. There are a lot of fights where you basically, like, it's impossible to shut down, because you cannot, like, hit all of the enemy spellcasters before they're going to launch fireballs at you. There's a lot of spellcasters at this point that are just launching fireballs at me. They flipped the table, and they're launching fireballs at me. And that's bad, because that interrupts my spellcasters, who cannot then launch fireballs. And the cycle continues. Now, it's rare that all the enemies will go before any of you go. But, still, you're routinely going into battle where there's like 6 enemy spellcasters, all primed with fucking fireballs. And if not fireball, say you manage to avoid getting destroyed by enemy fireballs, then there's always going to be spellcasters around that have hold person. And let me tell you, it is fucking awful to have an enemy spellcaster launch hold person and manage to get 3 of your characters held and just killed, like basically instantly. Yes, there's dispel magic, assuming that your cleric wasn't the one held, and assuming they have dispel magic ready to go, and assuming that it works, and assuming they don't get interrupted before they can do so by some fucking fireball or something. But yeah, getting 3 characters held and then just watching melee enemies just bonk them on the head and they go down. That is fucking awful. So, yeah, there are some strategies to kind of alleviate it, like having bows on all your characters, ranged weapons on all your characters, and then switching to ranged weapons at the start so they can, and then manually targeting all the spellcasters and hope that you land the hit. You have to actually land the shot, and often there's more spellcasters than you even have of characters, and you still might get hit with hold person by other spellcast. Like, it's just shit. So that's been the biggest frustrating thing of this whole game. And it just doesn't have to be this way. Because Pools of Darkness was tough. I mean, there were fights, a lot of fights you had to micromanage. And it had the really shitty Moander part with the Iron Golems. Yeah. But still, they never resorted to just, here's 8 spellcasters and they're all going to launch fireballs at you. We don't need that. We don't need... If that doesn't happen at 20th level, it shouldn't happen at 9th level. Anyways, moving on. We're heading into Neverwinter now. We're about halfway. The Neverwinter guards are searching everyone who enters the city. Do you advance and submit to the search? Advance. As you step forward, you see that the guards are also searching everyone leaving the city. There are a great many people waiting to exit through the massive gate. After much jostling, bumping, pushing, and shoving, you make your way through the waiting crowd and enter the city. Okay. So the other thing, I don't know how necessary it is mechanically. I don't know if it's only really useful if you just don't have a walkthrough and you have to figure things out for yourself. But there's these crystals. The alliance of enemies. So the Host Tower, the Kraken, and the Zhentarim, they are working together, and you get all these papers. So if I go here to, like, Mangg and look at his items, yeah, he's got these lucky papers, right? And the lucky papers, I think if you try and use one, yeah, you get this. Which is pretty decipherable, and that's because I think we have 2 of the 3 crystals. Ambassadors from Neverwinter and Mirabar are coming to Waterdeep to plan the Lord's Alliance war against us. Start? No, I don't know. Kidnap them in Leolian before they tell something. There's something. Escort. The heroes of Azkor. Oh yeah, the escort. Make it look as if the heroes are the kidnappers. So that was like their plot. And then, so there's more, right? And these do have information about where you should go and what you should be doing. And so to decipher them, you need all 3 crystals to really decipher everything. You probably could make do with 2 if you sat here for long enough. And I don't know how required they are mechanically. There might be a point where the game checks to see if you have all 3 crystals, and if you don't, you can't proceed or something. I don't know. The walkthrough did mention that if you don't get all 3, at some point you can just very easily get all 3. But I did manage to get 2, and they're kind of annoying. Although the game, I guess, is not that unclear about it, but it is still a little annoying. And that's due to the way that the combats are set up. Going back to what I was just talking about before. So, there are certain battles in this game that are against all 3 of the factions. So there's certain battles that have Host Tower enemies, Kraken enemies, and Zhentarim enemies all in one battle. And those are the ones where you can get crystals. But it specifically depends on which type of enemy you kill first. Because as soon as you kill one of those types of enemies, all the other enemies are going to smash their crystals. So you're only going to get 1 after the battle. So if you kill a Host Tower enemy first, you get the green. If you kill a Kraken enemy first, you get the blue. And if you kill a Zhentarim enemy, you get the red. The problem is, you want to fucking target the sorceresses, the Host Tower sorceresses, because they all have Fireball. And so, it's very easy to just get like 8 green crystals, because of course I want to kill the fucking host tower first. And it's really difficult to get the red one because the Zentrum guys are all very high health fighters. You're not going to target them first because that would be dumb. So the game forces you to make really dumb combat decision just to get your third crystal. So I don't like it. And I don't know how necessary it is, but I don't like it. Alright, you enter a busy, noisy tavern. Men, women, soldiers, and officials are all having a loud and enjoyable time. Look over there, says Golk, gesturing to the left. An enormous oak table dominates the corner of the room. Seated behind it is an equally enormous man. Look around. The secret door opens, you are face to face with the enemy. Okay, so this is one of those battles. This is a crystal battle, as they call it. So here we've got Krakens. We also have Manticores. Here you've got the host tower sorceresses. They all have Fireball ready to go. And here you have a Zentil fighter. This is the guy we want to kill. Thankfully, he only has 35 HP. But we can't launch a Fireball because that will kill probably the 20 health sorceresses and not kill him. So this has to be a targeted thing. Also, Brianna has dual classed over to magic user. So she's a level 5 now. Okay. There we go. Now, it doesn't seem like everyone broke their crystals, so I'm not sure what to think of that. But now we get hit with the consequence of our actions. All the sorceresses launching their barrage of lightning bolts and other bullshit. Oh, there they all smashed their crystals. What? I just killed the Zentrum guy. I just killed the Zentrum guy and then they didn't smash their crystals. Is that not the right guy? It has to be like one of the lords or something? But they said, the walkthrough says this is a crystal battle. How is it a crystal battle if I can't get all the crystals? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Well, you can see even more. I thought that I handled that just fine, but no, you can see now why it's really bullshit. And I don't like that whole setup. I mean, I suppose it's an interesting idea. I don't know if it's an idea that would actually work in like a tabletop environment. You know? Because it would just be kind of weird to only get like one at a time. Like, what if you don't give them an option to fucking break their crystals, you know? Or like, what if you don't give them a chance to do that? So I don't know. I think it's strange. So, yeah, we got a green crystal, because another one. Look at all these materials. This must have been one of their bases. Amelia adds, I'd wager there are more bases still in Neverwinter. That's probably true. To the Batmobile. Oh. A stone panel in this wall pivots inward, revealing a small secret chamber. You slip inside and find a small man tied to an iron ring set in the wall. 3 white snowflakes adorn his dark blue robe. You untie the man. He brushes dirt and dust from his robe and says, I am Froll, first ambassador of Neverwinter. You have done a great service to the city and to me. But your work is not done. Representative Wimegg of Mirabar is also being held by the Krakens. Search all the gardens. Find him. Free him. Lord Nasher will reward you. Right. Okay, well, let's peace out of here. And we're going to the gardens. Out of nowhere, city guards surround the party. Search them, one commands. They may be the ones. One by one, the party members are searched. Mangg, Amelia, Sir Bruce. Gulk, the guard cries out in triumph. Ah, look what I've found. The guard holds up a paper with Lord Nasher's signature. These are the orders for the ambassador to wait at Leylon for an escort. The heroes of Ascor. The only people who could have had this letter are the kidnappers themselves. Take them away. As the guards begin to bind you, instinctively Mangg's hand goes to his sword hilt. Eyes big, staggering backwards, he shouts, Dragon! Everybody turns to see. Quickly, Gulk loops a rope around the guard's ankles and everyone shoves. They go down in a rattling heap of polished steel. Let's get out of here, calls Mangg. Everyone dashes away as the guards climb over each other and tangle themselves even more completely in the rope. Brilliant, Mangg. Speaking of Mangg, you may notice that we don't have Siulaja, that Amazonian woman or whatever that joined us. Yeah. So, apparently, the NPC that you get at the start, which is either a female or a male, depending on who your lead character is, they will start to crush on your lead character. So, Siulaja was crushing on Mangg, and what's supposed to happen is that it's like a mutual relationship that blossoms, and you get your first romance in a gold box game. That's what's supposed to happen, but it seems like no one really is sure how the mechanics of that romance work, because it's not guaranteed, and it is possible through no control of your own, really. There's no dialogue options or anything like that. It's possible that your lead character is just kind of, I don't know, best case, like oblivious to the romance, and worst case, just kind of dickish. And eventually the NPC will just be like, oh, well, they're not in love with me, so I can't stay here. I leave. And they leave forever. From what I've read, apparently this problem is more likely to occur if you've imported a party instead of creating a fresh one. It has something to do with, like, the level difference between your lead character and Siulaja, the NPC. Someone said that they imported, or they edited their party to be like level 11, max level, basically, at the start of this game. And Siulaja left, like, immediately. Whereas, if you make a fresh party for this game, you're almost guaranteed for the romance to happen. It's really strange, and it was just odd, like, Mangg just being this, well, no, I guess Mangg being an oblivious dick. That's sort of on point. But, yeah, it was just weird, you know, to finally have, like, romance in an RPG, which is such a common thing nowadays. And to have no control over it whatsoever, you know, it was just set in stone. And it's kind of a bummer because she was, you know, a decent fighter. She had a bow and everything. So I'm trying to just think so far of what this game does better than any other Gold Box game. And frankly, I'm not really sure. Because anything good that this game does do, I think Gateway to the Savage Frontier already did, and probably better. You know, like the characterization and including, you know, your characters as part of the dialogue and things like that. Sort of the NPC design and I don't know, wilderness travel and stuff. I mean, this one goes a bit further with wilderness travel and has, like, weather, but that's such a minor, insignificant part. I would say that this thing would have excelled with... The one thing that this would have been, like, the NPC and, like, a romance and that sort of aspect. But it seems like they bungled that pretty hard. If, through no fault of your own, you just lose access to it. And the NPC leaves. Like, that's fairly lame. Okay, that was nothing. We're trying to get to, 714. And then east to 1214 into the Bus Gardens. This room is filled with pacing manticores. They attack as soon as you open the door. I think, overall, you know, the Gold Box games, where they excel, where they are better than, you know, most other RPGs at the time, is in the combat system. Yes, the combat system does look dated. Yes, it's a little clunky at times. But, you know, damn if it's still not satisfying to launch a fireball like this, you know? And compared to, say, the Might and Magic series, compared to, say, Might and Magic 3, 4, 5, which are great games, the combat in those games was never really why those were great. You know, it was more about the exploration and the sense of discovery and kind of character progression and being able to cheese things with fun magic spells and solving puzzles and all of that. The combat in Might and Magic often came down to just mashing one button over and over and just auto-killing everything. Whereas this, there is the auto battle option, which we incorporate quite a bit. But for the fun battles, the big battles and stuff like that, or like I said, even launching just a fireball is fun. You have a lot that you can consider, you know, all these different spells you can consider, positioning, guarding, backstabs, buffs, you know, all these kind of things that the terrain plays a part. You can make bottlenecks, all the different enemy types, immunities, and going for spellcaster sometimes, and there's a lot of potential to the combat system compared to Might and Magic. And even when I played the Ultima games, I don't remember it being quite as in-depth. I don't remember. I played the Ultima games so long ago now. A panel quietly opens, revealing a chained man dressed in a purple robe with the emblem of a rust-red double-bladed axe. You free the man, and he says, "I am Mangg, representative of Mirabar. Many thanks to you for my rescue. Let us hurry to Lord Nasher's palace. He shall have a reward for you, and I do not want the Krakens to discover us here." Right you are, my friend. Right you are indeed. So we gotta find Lord Nasher. No one wanted to tell me where Lord Nasher is. Temple of Tyr. Temple of Ogma. Neverwinter Vault. We'll find it. Don't worry. Welcome, heroes of Asgore and of Neverwinter. We deeply regret having been misled into treating you so disrespectfully, and hope you will accept this gift as our apology. What kind of gift? A rod? That's new. What kind of rod? Rod of cold. Rod of cold. I don't even know what rods are. Let me try and find out. Okay, there's several rods in this game. There's Rod of Cold, Rod of Stone to Flesh, Rod of Striking. Okay, what is the difference between a rod and a wand? I've not played enough D&D to just know that off the top of my head. And when I did play D&D, my DM was not like the rod and wand kind of person. But we played 4th edition mostly. I don't even know how much that was in there. According to this page for, D&D itself, lets you use Ray of Frost 3 times per day. Do we assume that that's what it is? No one knows. No one has any fucking clue what this thing does. That's really funny. Okay, I mean, we'll just have to kind of figure it out ourselves, I guess. And then also, not publish any information, so the next person has to figure it out themselves. Alright, well, give it to Brilanna, I suppose. She can fuck around with it. Alright, well, we're done pretty much in Neverwinter then. So we take a ship to either Mintarn or Lumbor. We'll go to Mintarn first. Okay. So... River's Hearts, boat rentals, but that's not what we want. We want a ship, not a boat. Important distinction. Passage to Fire Shear, South Dock exports, passage to the islands. We begin boarding at the South Dock at 7. Okay. Ship leaves at 7. Be sure to get a ticket. Okay. Yeah, okay, I got you. We will just wait here. Don't mind us. Alright, 6:48. Ship is docked, taking on passengers. We are heading to Mintarn. The seaman takes your ticket. You go off onto the ship and soon set sail for Mintarn. As the ship approaches Mintarn, a small boat pulls up and the captain engages in an urgent conversation with its passengers. Okay. The men in the small boat rowed away in a great hurry, and the crew began to run about the decks frantically, cursing at every step. What's going on? We asked one sailor as he hurried by. Something's wrong at the docks. There's fighting there. Have to swing round to the old pier. Our vessel slowly tacked northward, and an hour later we disembarked onto a rickety, disintegrating dock. Around us, the town looked like an armed camp, with soldiers running everywhere and worried looks on all the faces. Okay. Due to reasons we'll see later, you do not want to leave Mintarn until you're done here. Great. You see a dock, stop a dock and ask what's going on. Yeah, sure, I will do that. It's an invasion. Soldiers from Waterdeep have taken over the docks as a base to fight the pirates. Why would they do this to the tyrant? He's always fought the pirates of Luskan. You know, the tyrant is fair and honest with the people of Mintarn, but he is a tyrant when it comes to keeping our island independent. There's talk of war against Waterdeep. I see. From this point, it's pretty straightforward. Walk everywhere, kill everything. You got it. Above you rises a castle. It looks like a children's fairy tale come to life. Great spires of smooth stone rise to dizzy heights as they look out across the sea. That's a great piece of art. It's a great piece of pixel art. I'd like to have a Magic the Gathering card that uses that art, I think. On what business do you seek to meet with the tyrant? I came to help. If you are here on behalf of Waterdeep, my prisons are all of Mintarn that you will ever see. You calm the tyrant, reassuring him that you intend only to help him and record your conversation. I've always been friendly to Waterdeep, and how do they repay me? They send their soldiers to take over our docks. They say they are protecting the trackless sea from the pirates, but there were no pirate ships based here. I've always seen to that. If they don't get out now, I care not for the size of Waterdeep's navy. I will declare war against them and strangle them the seas. Strangle them in the seas? Be careful south of here on the island. The invaders from Waterdeep and their monsters have taken over the docks in the old South Claw fort. If you're here to help us, be on your guard every moment. Sounds like we saved. As you enter this warehouse, a man in a peaked cap is making a large skeleton dance, much to the amusement of several giants. They see you and attack. Alright, so yes, we have fire giants already, which is crazy, I think. But they are immune to fire, so there's that. There's also a host tower mage in there and a fire giant mage. So we probably want to try to work our way in here. And we do have Ice Storm. I want to make sure we get this mage, so we'll... Yeah, see, he lost a spell. And then, oh, magic missile that little bitch. Beyond that, I suppose... Stinking Cloud. You never know. Sir Bruce really got in the thick of it. No spell. Sir Bruce down. Sir Bruce down. I mean, you love to see it, right? It's just damn good. Yeah, actually, I do need bracers for Brilanna now. Okay, and actually, Brilanna leveled up to Mage 6. She's got to get to 10 to get Cleric back. Shame, shame. Bracers AC 6. That's garbage. To the south and east, an ancient stone fort juts out into the sea on a craggy promontory. The flag of Waterdeep flies from its highest tower. You step into this tiny entry hall and find 3 guards lying dead on the floor. Standing over them is a familiar figure, Princess Jagerda of Gunderlund. Amelia calls out, "What in Tyr's name are you doing here?" The whole party crowds around. You record your conversation with Jagerda. Pirates have been attacking merchant ships up and down the coast, including those bound for my home in Gunderlund. Many of our sailors were killed and a number of vessels lost. I started going to sea with the merchant ships, against Father's wishes, of course, to try and find out what was going on. The last vessel I was on reached Mintarn safely after fighting off 2 attacks, and I learned of this supposed Waterdeep invasion. This is the first time I've ever seen soldiers from Waterdeep with tattoos of a purple squid on their arms. Those are krakens. Sounds to me as though we are fighting for the same cause as we did a short time ago in Gunderlund. Will you have me as a member of your party once again? Hell yeah, baby! Jagerda. She's got 69 health. Hell yeah! Hey, you know what's a fun spell? Fireball. Hey, you know what's also a fun spell? Fireball. Okay. This room smells terrible. Its floor is covered with refuse. Okay. You know what's a fun spell? Okay. That was it. A robed man is standing in a strange posture in this room, looking almost straight up as he berates a group of giants. They see the party and attack. Alright, fireball not so fun now. A lot of fire giants. A lot of fire giants. But there's potential here for a little stinking cloud. Nice. Triple kill. Can do Ice Storm, though. That's not too bad. There's also potential a little bit. Lightning bolt. I mean, that was 90 damage total, so it's pretty good. What did you just put on? Fire shield, bitch ass. the fire burns. We got it, though. We're all good. We're all good here. Two large forms float on the far side of the room, apparently giving directions to a group of giants. They see you and attack. Whoa, Nelly, Afriti. They take double damage from the Sword of Icewind Dale. Interesting. Alright, well, oh, boy. Actually, hold on. Hold on before I speak. Okay, there is potential... Okay, here, and then here. Lightning bolt. The perfect spell. Boom, 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 boom. No kill, but pretty good. Pretty good. You die now. Alright. Good. We're done. Gold calls out in triumph. Look what I found! What did you find, Gold? Arrows and a composite longbow. 10 arrows plus 3 and a composite longbow plus 2. Do I want someone using a bow? I guess I could give it to Jagerda. Maybe she'll use it. Golk also leveled up to Fighter 8. Very minor level. You're attacked by soldiers in uniforms from Waterdeep. Okay, if you can flee, then it's not a required battle. Several men and giants are in this room arguing over the contents of a cloth bag. They see the party enter and run towards you. Okay, that could be better. No, we don't want that, so I guess we'll have to settle for that, which is pretty good. And let's go with a little hold monster. Boom. 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 Yeah, these are the Zentil, like, lords. This is what I'm supposed to kill to get the red crystal. I have to kill one of these first. Pretty much comes down probably then to, like, hold person. Which I don't have at the moment, because I don't have a cleric. So, that sucks. You know. You know how it be. An Efreet and a man are talking energetically in this room. They see the party, call for help, and attack. Of course they do. Alright, well, Fireball still has value here. We'll go with Ice Storm. fuck it, I'm getting spells back anyways. I always do. Jagerda just died. I believe that means Jagerda is gone. Not narratively, she'll show up again. But as far as my party is concerned, she's done. Nope, never mind. She can be restored. Okay, that was just specifically reserved for Eric for some reason. That one time in the last game, I don't know what was up with that. Brianna leveled up to Mage 7. That's good. That's very good. I guess we'll also give her Ice Storm because we can counter a lot of Fire Giants. I hear a lot of voices from somewhere inside this building, cautioned Sir Bruce. Far too many to fight. Let's return here later and hope for better luck. Okay. This tiny guardhouse is empty. Stains on the floor and gashes on the wall tell the story of a struggle here. Sturdy wooden docks are deserted. Number of giants are resting here. Despite a foul smell in the room, they see the party and attack. Oh, they're resting despite this. Yeah, okay. Let's hit him with some confusion. We don't do that too often, and that's fun. Alright, we got a few Neo-Otyugs. Yes, go berserk, my minion. Yes, go berserk. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful stuff. Hey, Jagerda's dead again. By the way, I don't know if you're aware of that. Confusion worked out, huh? That's pretty good. Okay. Mangg leveled up. Good, good, good. We like all that. Paladin 9. 14 hit points. Thacko up. He gets his first cleric spell, which doesn't really matter at all. Great stuff. Several figures sit around a table here, intently peering at a map of Mintarn. They leap from their seats and reach for weapons. Okay. So we got Krakens, Zentil Captains, Host Tower. So this is another... This is another crystal battle. But those Zentarim Captains are definitely in there deep. So we'd have to... I'll take a chance on her fireball. Because her fireball's not super powerful. No, but if one... Yep. Of course. It was just enough. If they the sorceress failed to save, they would die. So there you go, another green crystal. Isn't that great? Isn't that a great system? Well, at this point, fuck it then. May as well just fireball everything. I tried. Reinforcements, huh? I'll want to snipe that sorceress immediately. Oh, we're dead. Good. Yeah, I think we're probably fine. Yeah, so I don't know if I'll ever get that red crystal, and I think it's a bitch, and I don't like it. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Where are all these sorceresses coming from? Fuck. See, that shit's so bad. Fine, I'll stay involved, because you insist throwing sorceresses at me non-stop. God, the pathfinding AI is still pretty shit. Assume that never gets fixed. We're 6 games in, I don't think it's getting fixed. But plenty of XP, and that's kind of nice. And Amelia got a level, so that's always nice. Let me snag some bracers, they might be better. It's a lot of loot. I don't think I need any other papers. Hey, look, the green crystal. We already have one of these green crystals. Look at this map, Amelia cries out. It tells where the monsters are and how the Krakens and Zentarum will both provide Waterdeep uniforms as disguises. We must take this to the Tyrant right now. This is proof that Waterdeep and the Lord's Alliance have not attacked Mintarn. We have urgent business with the Tyrant. Rushing into the Tyrant's chamber, you show him the map you recovered at the docks. He examines it carefully, then crumples the paper and throws it across the room. So the Krakens and the buffoons from Luskan think they can trick the Tyrant into helping them, do they? I'll show them who plays the tricks on Mintarn. Turning to the party, his voice softens. Thank you, heroes of Asgore, for unveiling this deceitful plan. Please accept this gift with my thanks. And that gift is Tyrant's Trident. Ooh. Gold? There's also 100 platinum, which is nothing. Oh yeah, I was going to use the Rod of Cold. Okay, Tyrant's Trident, +3. I have the Sword of Stalking, +4, which is a bastard sword. So... 24. Yeah, ultimately, I think the other one's better. So, no. But maybe, I think Amelia might have a shitty weapon. +1 Sword of Icewind Dale. But this is a two-handed weapon. It's a two-handed D6 weapon. Who the fuck would use a trident ever? Are you serious? That is so bad. Here you go. Tyrant's Trident is fairly useless. Why are there so many two-handed weapons that apparently have the same stats as a longsword? Yeah, who's gonna swap, 4 to 5 AC for, an extra +1 on your weapon? Shit. That's true. I mean, that is one of the biggest problems of gold box games, like, across the board, is that the weapon system is just stupid. Like, basically, everyone ends up with a longsword and shield. Because the longsword is the best. The longsword is the best, and the game mostly just throws longswords at you. Because that's what all the enemies use and stuff like that. But it is true that it is a +3 weapon compared to a +1 sword. And that does factor in for certain enemies that aren't really harmed by +1 weapons. So, I mean, she only has a +1 shield, so if she swapped over, she'd have 8 Thaco, 1d6 plus 6 damage, and a -6 AC. Compared to, I'm not going to remember what I just said, 10 Thaco, 1d8 plus 3 damage, and a -8 armor class. So I think in this case, it actually probably is beneficial temporarily, if only for the Thaco bump. And I think the damage actually, let's see, 1d8 plus 3 averages out to 7.5. 1d6 plus 3 averages out to 9.5. So, yes. This is better. The AC loss, it's okay. I don't love it, but it's okay. And then she levels up to Ranger 10, 12 more hit points, and she gets another Druid spell per day. Ooh, boy. So that's all fine. And I think that's it. And now we're going to Orlumber. So, that's that. Passage to Orlumber. Despite the best efforts of the pirates who are attacking the Lord's Alliance, our ships depart for Neverwinter on Orlumber every morning at 6. Okay. I see there are ships here upon which you can leave Mintarn. I can accompany you to Orlumber, but if you travel to the mainland, I cannot go, for my place is in the Isles. For 75 PP. Can also get you to Waterdeep for 100 PP. We're going to Orlumber. The sailor says for 70... yeah. Party climbs the gangplank, and soon you are making your way out of Mintarn Harbor and sailing on the trackless sea. The ship arrives in the shipbuilding port of Orlumber. Homes and workshops have been carved from the face of the steep stone cliffs that rise above the deep-water harbor. Okay. So there's... so you can buy some cloaks. No, I'm sorry. Scrolls here. Some heal scrolls. Magic missile scrolls. And, like, slow and stinking cloud scrolls. The walkthrough suggests picking up a few copies of the heal scrolls. And also buying some Wand of Ice Storms. I could see the argument, but we're not going to bother. You notice guards escorting a man off the same ship on which he just arrived. The dejected, gray-haired prisoner carries only an armload of books as he's led away. Says to go southeast to 1115. Oh, and there's a secret door. As you pass through the secret door, you immediately recognize that you have entered a secret temple, and you see the sigil of Talos emblazoned on the walls. The occupants of the shrine immediately turn to attack the party. Okay. I think that calls for a fireball. And you know what? I'm feeling so frisky that I think it calls for a second fireball. Oh god, this was another crystal battle, and I killed the host tower again. It's just fucking inevitable, man. They're so low health, and of course, like, it's all the things I said. They're your priority targets. Crystal be damned. I don't want to lose the battle and get hit with 5, 7, 8 fireballs, whatever. So, fuck it. That's how it's going. So according to this, you can get helms +2 here. So I should probably take those, except everybody's overloaded. I don't know which ones. Oh, the sea helm. That's the helm +2. Whoops. Oh, he's got a helm +2 as well. I don't know who. We'll have to look. Mangg, yeah, green crystal. Look at this, Brianna tells everyone. Those threatening warships off the coast of Orlumbar aren't from Waterdeep at all. They're pirates flying the Waterdeep flag. Tolgar Wrightson of Orlumbar will be anxious to hear this. Yes, we definitely know who that is and have met him. Let's see. Cordan, can you? Okay, Sir Bruce has a helm +2. Amelia has helm +2. Mangg has helm. Okay. Everyone has it, except for the 2 people that can't wear it. But, I mean, we'll put on the sea helm +2. It sounds cooler. I could probably be dumping various things. So many papers filling up my inventory for no reason. I don't think they have any value, but I want to have one of each. Anyways, moving on. The floors of this room are uneven and covered with rubble. Without warning, monsters push up from beneath your feet and attack the party. Look at those creatures! Are these boulettes? They are boulettes. Funny. Several ogres around a corner up ahead. The moment they see the party, they begin their attack. Oh yeah, speaking of bullshit spellcasters, ogre mages launch a lot of lightning bolts. It's garbage. Oh yeah, and they hold. Forgot. They're really... I think these are what pissed me off initially. Alright, I don't think we actually want to go this way, though. We want to go back to Olgar. What the fuck? Rock reptiles? 1d4 plus 12 damage. Holy shit. That is no joke. Nothing a little fireball can't solve, though. 666 XP. Alright, let's go find Tolgar. House of Arms. Small castle. You're recognized the heroes of Asgore and are immediately ushered in to see Tolgar Wrightson, the leader of Orlumbar. You share with Wrightson the information proven that the warships in the harbor are not those of Waterdeep. Ah, this of course explains everything. I shall summon the ambassador of Waterdeep immediately. When he sees this, he will know what to do. The party gains XP. And Brilana levels up again. To mage level 8. I'm going to grab... haste. I done did it. There's not that much of the game left. We may as well be hasting quite a bit. Why are there 5 different font colors in this text? Please come into my magic shop, the head says pleasantly. You'll find many interesting things that may be of use to you in the days ahead. Talk with an official. I see you may be going west to the town of Far Windward. It is on the other side of a very long tunnel through the mountains. So long it will take you days just to pass through it. You can come and go as you wish, but remember that Far Windward can be a dangerous place. Great. Okay, where was the fucking inn that I missed? Golk doesn't have enough money. No one has enough money except Mangg. Alright, so let's restore our spells. Sure, you can get, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Lana, you have another one of those. Grab a fireball and a haste. And 2 ice storms. That's it. Store spells. Okay. So these are the tunnels of Orlumbar lead to far windward. Path is really straightforward. There's some notable encounters. So far windward is an optional location, but we love those. We live for optional location. So we're gonna go this way through the back door. And fight a bunch of ogre mages that will decimate my party, take out both my spellcasters instantly. Well, not take them out, but make them useless. But put them all to the sword. Yeah! We don't need fireball, we can just slaughter everything. Excellent. Oh, okay. This room seems to be filled with spiderwebs, but the material is thicker, like rope. Suddenly, Brilana cries out, "Campfolts!" What? Campfolts? I'm Googling this right now. Are you just making up new enemies in D&D? Is that what you were authorized to do? I think so. No, maybe not. I guess they're referenced in this adventure module, the Throne of Bloodstone. So I guess maybe that's where they took it. Huh. Campfolts. Oh, they're also in the AD&D Monster Manual 2. So I guess they're a Gygax creation. Alright, proceed. They will die to fireball. Also big fucking lumps of shit that I'm fighting here? What? Vilstrax? Oh, and Boulettes suddenly join. A lot of Boulettes suddenly join. Okay. Hey, more of these shitters. I'm being crushed. It's probably not good, is it? Hell, the Boulette's just showing up all the time, uninvited. Fuck it, you know? When you recover spells all the time, why not just make your life easier? And by that I mean massively fast forward the game so that we don't have to sit through this as painfully. There you go. See how simple that is? Uh-huh. Okay. Roulette ambush. Of course. Let's go for confusion. Let's confuse the boulettes. Boulette's a fun word to say, I think. Oh, that range is way farther than I thought. Great. There's a winding tunnel. You walk for 3 full days due west along a single straight passageway through the mountains, never seen sunlight or feeling the touch of the cool sea breeze. Finally, you emerge into a section of cavern with a higher roof, with guard posts on either side. You record what happens there. Guards in strange uniforms step up to inspect the party. You may stay in Far Windward as long as you wish, but when you leave, none of the citizens may come with you. Far Windward is maintained by the major cities of the Sword Coast as a community for those who are unable to live with others in normal society. Great. The penalty for attempting to escape from Far Windward or helping others to escape is death. Great stuff. Okay. Finally, after days without sunlight, you emerge into the fresh air of Orlumber once again. This time on a tiny peninsula high above the sea. Far Windward lies before you. Okay. Fucking giant lizard. Fuck that. No. Fuck! Fuck! I'll do the job. Oh, you killed your own buddy. You killed your own buddy. How could you do that? Yeah, we may as well save. Phil Gister's Farbergics. Finest Farbergics in all the realms. Can I interest you in any of our fine Farbergics? Yes. Buy. Farbergic lined robe. Furry Farbergic. Farbergic. Large Farbergic. Farbergic lined boots. Okay. Alright. You don't know what a Farbergic is. I don't know. Apparently the boots, the most expensive item, act as boots of striding and leaping, allows your character to zip to a location roughly 4 tiles away within line of sight, using the boots as an item during combat. This does use up the character's action for the turn, which would eliminates like the main point, which would be position your spellcaster. So fuck all that. And then it says that you can also buy them at Zell's discount Farbergics, but the price is the same. That's funny. That's really funny. Alright, well, we don't care about the Farbergics. Head south through the door at 712. Large group of people stand in front of this house, laughing uproariously, telling jokes and singing songs. A very strange-looking man greets you at the door. Okay. Beneath his swirling red hair, the man's face is covered with patterns of tattoos. A dark shadow covered much of his forehead, and the lines across his features seemed to change even as we watched. For a moment, the eternal smile of a clown appeared, followed closely by the image of a tear falling from one eye. He carried a mask on a stick in one hand, but in contrast to his face, its features were completely plain and unadorned. As a citizen of Far Windward, he bore the bold red circle tattoo on his left forearm. I am Ugo. When I lived in Neverwinter, I was called Ugo the Strange. You know, I have a tattoo on my back depicting the mural on the ceiling of the Temple of Ogma in Neverwinter. Why is everyone outside so happy, we asked. Because this is the house of Hallbach, and he died just this morning. That is so strange, we exclaimed. Ah, how clever. I see you understood my point about being strange. I'm sorry, but I don't understand. Why is everyone happy that Hallbach is dead? I'll be happy to explain what your companions already understand. Hallbach is now free from Far Windward, so we celebrate for him. Death is normal. He has returned to normalcy. We are given everything else in Far Windward: food, clothing, entertainment. Even the heroes of Asgore will seek my hall of training to improve their skills. Freedom is the one thing we have to seek out for ourselves, and he has found it. Let us celebrate. I think that's pretty interesting. That's cool. You're quite a normal-looking group. I'd be happy to accompany you on your mission here in Far Windward. May I join your party? Yeah. You just can't leave. Cool. But you might like to take the west road, or go this way to the north. Okay, those are definitely options. Thank you. You might search the entire realms and not find such an interesting little shop as this one. Be very careful in this place. The walls are full of corn. Is he just gonna keep saying stuff? Passing through the secret door, you surprise the occupants of a busy office. They sound an alarm, and stone-colored monsters rush in through the far door. What? Why are there so many secret walls in this world? Hugo. Okay, so he's a cleric. I didn't really expect that, but we'll use prayer. Getting fucked up. You silenced him? Why? He held him, that was good. That's kind of a tough battle. Searching the mountains of papers, Sir Bruce says they had a network of spies here. There's a file on everyone in Far Windward, reporting their every move. Ugo the Strange just nods. I told you the walls were full of corn. He is strange. So peculiar. Farley's Shop of Normalcy. The Leap. Sells discount Fabergés. We'll go farther to please you. If you're searching for a nice gift made from stone, this shop may be a nice place to visit. Alright. I always say, there's more to the ocean than reunites the orb. Go outside and come back in and I'll always say it again. Opening the secret door, you surprise 4 soldiers holding down a gray-haired man, preparing to burn the distinctive red circle on his arm. They call it an alarm and attack. I don't know really why I'm disrupting this town this much. What do I care if the government of this town... I mean, I guess the government of town's spying on its citizens, I suppose. But they're all, like, prisoners, so... Isn't this just like a prison community? I don't know. All I know is Fireball's a great spell. A lot of fun with the Fireballs. Go to the house at the center of the southern tip of the city. Ugo is strange, tells the man, his voice suddenly very different. There are people there who will help you. The man thanks the party still one more time and departs. He picks up the still glowing red circle brand that was to brand another victim. This, he proclaims, is what we were after. Come with me now, and hurry! Following the running form of Ugo the Strange, he returned to the home of Hallbach. Once inside, Ugo the Strange taps an intricate rhythm on the south door. After a few moments, it opens. We've done it, Hallbach! We have the brand! Hallbach! Amelia cries out, you're supposed to be dead! The old man smiles. Precisely. Let me explain. Okay. The great lie you've just uncovered is a plan we've prepared for some time. For just as our enemies have spied on us, we have spied on them. When we heard you had arrived in the city, we set the plan in motion. With the help of the heroes of Asgore, we knew that we could finally succeed where so many others had failed. My dear friend Ugo here organized the celebrations throughout the city, knowing they would stretch the spy network to its fullest as they tried to follow every movement of each small group. We knew that with our help, we could find and eliminate the two places we needed to destroy in order to free the city. But one more step yet remains in our plan, and we must take it now. Hallbach smears white grease paint on Ugo's face, hands, and arms, covering every exposed inch of skin. Our fate now lies with you, dear friend. It is time. Ugo nods and assumes the pose of a clumsy clown, imitating the pirouette of a graceful dancer. We will not move until he is in the castle of the leader of Orlumber. He looks like a statue, you say. There's no time for discussion. Take him there, and he will do the rest. May Tyr guide you on this journey. You pick up the rigid form of Ugo the Strange and prepare to return to Orlumber. He moves not a muscle and appears to be carved from a mighty tree in the high forest. What the fuck is going on here? Okay, I guess we're going back home. Reach guard post at the start of the long, straight tunnel through the mountains. Guards check the arm of each party member for the distinctive red circle, marking them as citizens of Far Windward. See none, they allow you to pass. Wait, calls out a guard as you start to move on. Let me see that statue. You hold your breath as the guard examines Ugo the Strange. He shakes his head. They're strange people, but some of them can sure carve beautiful things. Move along now. I mean, how fucking good would this disguise have to be? You pass several days walking through the same seemingly endless corridor through which you passed on your way west. Finally, you emerge in a familiar spot, beside the sign directing travelers west to Far Windward. Well, that was easy. Entering the castle, you recognize the heroes of Asgore. Blah, blah, blah. To your surprise, the wooden Ugo suddenly springs to life. Leaping forward, he takes the tattooing brand you found in Far Windward and presses it to rights in the... How did he heat it up? What is happening in this world? He pulled his arm away quickly, but it was too late. Heated by some form of magical fire, the brand had left the telltale mark of Far Windward upon his arm. You cannot do this to me. This will never come off. I'm normal, but with this, no one will ever believe me. He stood up and raced around the room, screaming maniacally, I'm normal, I'm normal, I'm normal, over and over again. When Wrightson has calmed down, Ugo says softly, I am truly sorry to have given you this problem, leader of Orlumber. I can, however, offer you a solution. You say you are normal. I believe I am normal too, and I bear the same brand upon my arm. Free the people of Far Windward, and neither of our markings will matter. Wrightson stops and thinks for a moment, then says sadly, I have no choice. I will direct my soldiers to remove the guards. Far windward shall be a free town of Orlumber. We gain XP. And that's it. So this was an optional location. You didn't even have to do any of that. So now we're going back to Neverwinter on the boat, and that's it. 6 a.m. Okay. I mean, that was kind of interesting little location. Whoops. It's one of those things that I could see, like, putting into a campaign, you know, and just kind of seeing... Just put the location there, you know, and kind of just see what players decide to do with it. You know, if they feel like, oh, this is wrong, we gotta free them, or, you know, who knows what. Mangg doesn't have enough money. That's bad. Okay, he's got 22 platinum. I don't take any money anywhere. I don't think anyone else has any money. So, I guess we'll have to go sell some stuff. Shit. I have no gems or jewelry. I have nothing. I had, at one point, a pool of like 62,000 platinum that I'd sold all of my jewelry and stuff. And I was like, I don't need this. And I just left it there on the counter. But now I need a little bit of money, so what can I sell? Keep dumping stuff instead of selling it. Here, 2,000 platinum for my bow. Perfect. Neverwinter. Farewell, friends. I know that our enemies have plans in Mintarn and Ruithim, so perhaps I'll see you there if our paths cross again in pursuit of justice and the good. Okay. Party clambers on board. In a few minutes, the ship weighs anchor and sets sail upon the trackless sea. And we are back in Neverwinter. So, I'll end the video here. That was sort of the mid-game section that you saw. I voiced some of my complaints, so, you know, what else do you need, really? So now I'm going to keep playing. Let's see here. We've got Luskan, Ruithim, Mirabar, a couple more optional sections, Fire Shear, and then I'll pick it up again at Ice Peak for the big finale, I suppose. There you have it. My name is Mangg. Game watching has been Treasures of the Savage Frontier. I'll see you fine folks in the next part.